The area forecast for the Peninsula, North Bay, and East Bay. Coastal flood advisory in effect until 3 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time Wednesday. Heat advisory in effect until 11 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time Sunday. Beach hazard statement in effect through Sunday evening. For the rest of today, mostly sunny. Highs in the mid-70s at the coast at around 105 inland. West winds 5 to 15 miles per hour. For tonight, mostly clear. Lows from the lower 50s to mid-60s. West winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. And on Sunday, partly cloudy in the morning, then becoming mostly sunny. Highs in the mid-70s at the coast to the upper 90s inland. West winds 5 to 15 miles per hour. For the Sunday night, mostly clear until midnight, then becoming partly cloudy. Lows from the 50s to lower 60s. West winds 5 to 15 miles per hour. For Monday, partly cloudy in the morning, then becoming mostly sunny. Highs in the upper 60s at the coast to the lower 90s inland. Southwest winds 5 to 15 miles per hour. And on Monday night, mostly clear until midnight, then becoming partly cloudy. Lows from the 40s to upper 50s. Independence Day, partly cloudy in the morning, then becoming mostly sunny. Highs from the mid-60s to lower 80s. Tuesday night and Wednesday mostly clear. Lows from the 40s to upper 50s, highs 60s and 70s Wednesday night through Friday, partly cloudy. Lows from the 40s to upper 50s, highs from the lower 60s to mid-70s. High temperatures today and lows tonight for these selected cities: San Francisco, 74 and 54, San Francisco Airport, 78 and 56, Redwood City, 90 and 59, Oakland, 80 and 56, Fremont, 92 and 63, Concord, 101 and 61, Livermore, 105 and 65, San Rafael, 89 and 56, Santa Rosa, 96 and 54, Napa, 93 and 59, Fairfield, 99 and 61. The area forecast for the South Bay, including the San Jose metro area and the Santa Clara Valley. Heat advisory in effect until 11 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time Sunday. For the rest of today, sunny. Highs in the upper 80s by the bay to around 100 inland. Northwest winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. For tonight, mostly clear. Lows from the upper 50s to lower 70s. Northwest winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. And on Sunday, mostly sunny in the morning, then becoming sunny. Highs in the mid-80s by the bay to the 90s inland. Northwest winds around 5 miles per hour, increasing to 10 to 15 miles per hour in the afternoon. For the Sunday night, mostly clear until midnight, then becoming partly cloudy. Lows from the 50s to mid-60s. West winds 5 to 15 miles per hour. For Monday, mostly sunny in the morning, then becoming sunny. Highs around 80 by the bay to around 90 inland. West winds 5 to 15 miles per hour. And on Monday night, mostly clear. Lows from the 50s to lower 60s. Independence Day through Thursday night, mostly clear. Highs from the lower 70s to mid-80s. Lows in the 50s. Friday partly cloudy in the morning, then becoming sunny. Highs from the 60s to upper 70s. High temperatures today and lows tonight for these selected cities: San Jose, 94 and 64, Mountain View, 87 and 62, Morgan Hill, 101 and 66. The travel forecast for the Lake Tahoe area, including the Interstate 80 and Highway 50 corridor. For the rest of today, mostly sunny. Highs from the 70s to upper 80s. West winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. For tonight, clear. Lows in the 50s. West winds 5 to 10 miles per hour, becoming south after midnight. And on Sunday, sunny in the morning, then becoming mostly sunny. Highs from the 70s to upper 80s. West winds 5 to 15 miles per hour. For the Sunday night, clear. lows in the 50s. Southwest winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. For Monday, sunny. Highs from the 70s to mid-80s. Southwest winds 5 to 15 miles per hour. And on Monday night, clear. Lows from the upper 40s to mid-50s. Independence Day through Thursday night, clear. Highs from the lower 70s to mid-80s. Lows 40s and 50s. Friday sunny. Highs from the 60s to upper 70s. For the latest road conditions around the state of California, call Caltrans at 1-800-427-7623. The weather overview for northern and central California for the period Tuesday through Saturday. Peak of the heat this weekend is happening this afternoon due to the high pressure over Clara. Marine layer remains fairly compressed, which has limited any cooling influence to the immediate coastal areas, while inland areas are at moderate heat risk. Widespread 90s to low 100s forecast today, with upper 60s to upper 70s closer to the coast. Practice heat safety if you are sensitive to heat and or in the hotter inland areas. Gradual cooling starts early next week as the region approaches more seasonable temperatures. The extended forecast for the San Francisco and Monterey Bay Area's Independence Day and Tuesday night, partly cloudy. Highs 55 to 90. Lows 50 to 60. Wednesday and Wednesday night, partly cloudy. Highs 55 to 85. Lows 50 to 55. Thursday and Thursday night, partly cloudy. Highs 55 to 80. Lows 50 to 55. Friday and Friday night, partly cloudy. Highs 55 to 80. Lows 45 to 55. Saturday and Saturday night, partly cloudy. Highs 55 to 80. Lows 45 to 55. The following is an important weather message from the National Weather Service. Heat advisory remains in effect until 11 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time Sunday. What? Hot conditions with daytime temperatures ranging from the low 90s to near 105. Overnight lows ranging from upper 60s to the lower 80s in the higher terrain. Where? Interior portions of the North Bay, East Bay, South Bay, Santa Cruz Mountains, and interior Monterey and San Benito counties. When? From now until 11 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time Sunday. Impacts. Hot temperatures well above seasonal normals increases the potential for heat-related illnesses, particularly for those working or participating in outdoor activities. Drink plenty of fluids, stay in an air-conditioned room, stay out of the sun, and check up on relatives and neighbors. Young children and pets should never be left unattended in vehicles under any circumstances. Take extra precautions if you work or spend time outside. When possible, reschedule strenuous activities to early morning or evening. Know the signs and symptoms of heat exhaustion and heat stroke. Wear lightweight and loose-fitting clothing when possible. To reduce risk during outdoor work, the Occupational Safety and Health Administration recommends scheduling frequent rest breaks in shaded or air-conditioned environments. Anyone overcome by heat should be moved to a cool and shaded location. Heat stroke is an emergency. Call 911. You are listening to NOAA Weather Radio, station KHB49, broadcasting on a frequency of 162.40 MHz. This broadcast originates from the National Weather Service office located in Monterey, California, and serves the North Bay, East Bay, and the Peninsula, including the cities of San Francisco and Oakland. Sunrise, sunset, and tidal information for the San Francisco Bay Area for Saturday, July 1. The sunset tonight, 8:35 p.m. The sunrise tomorrow, 5:52 a.m. The sunset tomorrow, 8:35 p.m. Tidal data at the Golden Gate for the afternoon and evening hours today and the morning hours of tomorrow. High tide, 12:01 p.m. at 4.41 feet. Low tide, 3:55 p.m. at 3.19 feet. High tide, 10:13 p.m. at 6.74 feet. Low tide, 5:22 a.m. at -127 feet. Here are the buoy observations for 5 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. At offshore buoy 59, winds north 19 knots, gusting to 25, water temperature 61, pressure 1022.1 millibars, seas 5 feet, every 9 seconds. At Point Arena buoy, winds northwest 6 knots, water temperature 53, pressure 1012.8 millibars, seas 8 feet, every 9 seconds. At Bodega Bay buoy, winds northwest 6 knots, water temperature 54, pressure 1012.7 millibars, seas 7 feet, every 9 seconds. At Point Reyes wave rider buoy, water temperature 54, seas 6 feet, every 9 seconds. At San Francisco bar buoy, water temperature 60, seas 3 feet, every 8 seconds. At San Francisco buoy, winds west 4 knots, water temperature 57, pressure 1013.6 millibars, seas 5 feet, every 9 seconds. At Lovers Point wave rider buoy in Monterey Bay, water temperature 56, seas 2 feet, every 10 seconds. At Monterey Bay buoy, winds west 8 knots, water temperature 59, pressure 1013.2 millibars, seas 5 feet, every 9 seconds. At Point Sur, wave rider buoy, water temperature 53, seas 5 feet, every 10 seconds. At Cape San Martin buoy, winds northwest 10 knots, water temperature 58, pressure 1011.9 millibars, seas 7 feet, every 9 seconds. Here are the coastal observations for 5 p.m. Wind speed is in knots. The wind at Bodega Bay was calm. The wind at Point Reyes was west at 5 with gusts to 8. Synopsis for the Central California coast and bays including the Monterey Bay, Greater Farallones, and Cordell Bank National Marine Sanctuaries. Gusty northwesterly winds over the northern outer waters will continue through tonight, where associated locally steep wind waves will create hazardous conditions for small craft. Also, gusty westerly to southwesterly winds will develop this afternoon and evening over San Francisco Bay north of the Bay Bridge to the Delta. Otherwise, winds will generally remain more modest. Mixed seas will prevail, with a longer period southerly swell and a moderate period northwesterly swell, through the middle of next week. The marine forecast for San Pablo Bay, Suisun Bay, the West Delta and the San Francisco Bay north of the Bay Bridge. Small craft advisory in effect until 9 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time this evening. For tonight, southwest winds 15 to 20 knots with gusts up to 30 knots. For Sunday, southwest winds 10 to 15 knots with gusts up to 25 knots. For Sunday night, southwest winds 15 to 20 knots with gusts up to 25 knots. The coastal waters forecast from Point Reyes to Pigeon Point out to 10 nautical miles. For tonight, west winds 5 to 10 knots, diminishing to around 5 knots after midnight. Wind waves 1 feet. Northwest swell 3 to 5 feet at 9 seconds. Patchy dense fog after midnight. For Sunday, southwest winds 5 to 10 knots. Wind waves 1 to 2 feet. Northwest swell 3 to 5 feet at 10 seconds and south around 2 feet at 12 seconds. For Sunday night, southwest winds 5 to 10 knots. Wind waves 1 feet. Northwest swell 3 to 5 feet at 10 seconds and south around 2 feet at 12 seconds. The following is an important weather message from the National Weather Service. Issued at 01:01 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. Coastal flood advisory remains in effect until 3 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time Wednesday. What? Minor coastal flooding expected. Where? North Bay Bayside locations. When? Until 3 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time Wednesday. Impacts: flooding of low-lying lots, parks, and roads with only isolated road closures expected. If travel is required, allow extra time as some roads may be closed. Do not drive around barricades or through water of unknown depth. Take the necessary actions to protect flood-prone property. San Francisco bar forecast. In the deep water channel, mixed seas of 3 to 4 feet at 8 seconds. Across the bar, mixed seas of 4 to 5 feet at 8 seconds. Maximum ebb current of 1.1 knots at 3:41 p.m. Saturday and 3.9 knots at 3:14 a.m. Sunday. The following is an important beach hazard message from the National Weather Service. Issued at 01:01 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. Beach hazard statement remains in effect through Sunday evening. What? Sea surface temperatures are in the lower to mid-50s, 1F to 2F cooler than July normal sea surface temperatures. Unprepared beachgoers may get cold water shock if they are not used to these conditions. Although the rip current risks are not higher than normal, the beaches may be more crowded due to the holiday weekend, and we encourage people to look out for each other in case someone is in distress. Where? San Francisco, coastal North Bay including Point Reyes National Seashore, San Francisco Peninsula Coast, northern Monterey Bay and southern Monterey Bay and Big Sur Coast counties. When? This morning through Sunday evening. Impacts, possible dangers to swimmers, surfers, and anyone standing or walking in or close to the water. Remain out of the water to avoid hazardous swimming conditions. These are the 5 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time observations for the San Francisco and Monterey Bay areas on Saturday, July 1st. At San Francisco Airport, it was mostly sunny, temperature 78, dew point 55, relative humidity 44%, northwest wind at 15 miles an hour, pressure 29.85 inches and falling. At Oakland Airport, it was mostly sunny, temperature 83, dew point 55, relative humidity 38%, northwest wind at 9 miles an hour, pressure 29.86 inches and falling. At San Jose Airport, it was mostly sunny, temperature 92, dew point 59, relative humidity 33%, northwest wind at 12 miles an hour, pressure 29.84 inches and falling. At Santa Rosa, it was sunny, temperature 97, south wind at 9, pressure 29.85 and falling. At Concord, it was sunny, temperature 103, northwest wind at 13. At Livermore, it was sunny, temperature 103, west wind at 12. At Monterey, it was mostly sunny, temperature 62, north wind at 7, pressure 29.91 and falling. At Salinas, it was sunny, temperature 72, dew point 55, relative humidity 55%, northwest wind at 15. Here are some observations around California and western Nevada. It was sunny, with a temperature of 106 at Sacramento, 83 at South Lake Tahoe, and 83 at Blue Canyon. It was mostly sunny, with a temperature of 67 at Los Angeles, 70 at San Diego, and 86 at Truckee. At Reno, it was partly sunny, with a temperature of 95. At Mammoth Lakes, it was fair, with a temperature of 85. Local temperature reports around San Francisco Bay for 5 p.m. Downtown San Francisco was 72 degrees. Oakland Museum was 77 degrees. Redwood City was